Shefford. Hello? Are you done? Could we, I don't know. Could we start in the next 15 minutes, next 45 minutes because I'm now on Zoom. Next. All right. Okay. Someone says my network, but I think now I'm loud and clear. If you can hear me, give me some thumbs up. If you can hear me now, give me some thumbs up. I hope I'm loud and clear right now, and I don't want to take much of your time, but basically to get started right away to the business presentation. Okay, I don't want to take your time. If you can hear me, please, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Julius Kabanda, and I want to welcome you to today's call, where we are going to be able to dig deep into understanding the LoomX opportunity, how AI, DeFi, and zero knowledge proof are really now taking over and revolutionizing cryptocurrency, revolutionizing blockchain technology. So, in the next few minutes from now, you'll be able to have a physical look on the interaction of the LoomX DApp, but also most importantly, you will also be able to have a clear understanding of the opportunity. So I am not going to take much of your time. I'll basically start right away without delay and try to basically share my screen and then dive into the opportunity right away without delay. So allow me share my screen and I will definitely get into the opportunity right away. And along the lines, I'll also share my back office to get you through what we have. So you are most welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we are looking at LoomX. Okay, we are looking at LoomX. We are redefining LoomX, and LoomX is the weaving of the financial future. Basically, like you'll be able to see, LoomX is really changing everything. Like seriously, changing everything. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LoomX. Welcome to a new revolution of blockchain technology, a new revolution that is changing everything. So when we talk about LoomX, we are talking about a mixing engine. And this mixing engine is called Luminet. These are the best two products of LoomX. Number one is called Luminet, and the other is the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, which is Loom Core. So, ladies and gentlemen, this opportunity in the crypto world that was developed by this weaver, Mr. Steven. I saw him today and I was super excited. And this new technology is focusing on the intersection or on bringing together cryptography and quantum computing. And as these are being uncovered, the new two products of LoomX, the LoomNet, which is the mixing engine, which allows us to convert any cryptocurrency to any cryptocurrency, basically a cross-chain based opportunity. And also the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, which is Loom Core. When these two come together and they are being integrated with a reinforcement learning optimism equipment, which is the zero knowledge learning machine. Meaning that, yes, there is LoomNet. Meaning that, yes, there is Loom Core. But these two are being improved every single day by the new technology known as ZK knowledge proof, or what we call ZK learning machine. And this happens to bring opportunities. And these opportunities can be captured on the cross-chain price differences, meaning that if someone is using Solana and USDT on Solana is at $1, but on Ethereum it is at 0.9, there is that ability of buying on Solana, also on Ethereum where it is cheap, and selling on Solana where it is expensive. Not only that, the arbitrage opportunities across both centralized platforms and decentralized platforms, forming a self-optimizing on-chain executing entity. Ladies and gentlemen, this now brings a new birth of a product we call LoomX. And LoomX, ladies and gentlemen, is a decentralized artificial intelligence quantitative platform open to the public. It offers steady returns, but not only that, it also offers a multi-dimensional reward system, meaning that it will give you steady returns depending on your capital. And because it is building on-chain financial networks that enables seamless cross-chain asset flow and the compound growth of your assets, ladies and gentlemen, this is really a self-evolution technology. But ladies and gentlemen, let us see what is LoomX. LoomX is an amazing opportunity because it integrates artificial intelligence. Because when we talk about artificial intelligence, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about an opportunity of our time, an opportunity that has come to change a lot of stuff. So LoomX brings transparency, and the transparency they provide is in the transactions that every buy and every sell that will happen, it can be checked. Number two, its strategies that it will trade in different platforms. Number three, fund flows. You can see how funds are flowing on chain. And these are publicly verifiable to everybody. LoomX is also bringing a new unique approach in the crypto market space, ladies and gentlemen. And this is happening in smart contract executing everything automatically. The user's assets are withdrawn directly to their wallet addresses, meaning that once you'll be able to make your profits, you will be able to get your profits on your wallets 100% without any manual intervention. Ladies and gentlemen, LoomX is bringing trustworthy on the code. The code is the law, and LoomX is bringing a steady income through an authentic financial revolution. That once you enter a smart contract of your choice, the smart contract will not be changed at all. And that is why LoomX is providing an amazing, amazing opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about LoomX, what are we trying to bring to your understanding? When we talk about LoomX, what we are bringing to your understanding is the mixing engine. And ladies and gentlemen, the mixing engine is a superb opportunity because it enables cross-chain asset transfer with absolute privacy, breaking transaction trails. Meaning that when you come and use the first product of LoomX called Loomnet, you can be able to convert any cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency privately, meaning that nobody can track your ability to do this. Apart from that, when we talk about LoomX, we're also talking about their second product called LoomCore, the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine. And ladies and gentlemen, this AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, it works at high speed, which is high frequency. It introduces multi-strategy arbitrage operations across all chains. Ladies and gentlemen, This is very important. That when you talk about arbitrage, there are platforms that only do cross-platform arbitrage. But like you're gonna see, LoomX that is carrying out high-speed frequency trading, it also has the power to carry out multi-strategy arbitrage. When I talk about multi-strategy arbitrage, 6 different arbitrage strategies. All this that can happen in real time to be able, ladies and gentlemen, to create stability and sustainability of the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, because LoomX is using a smart contract, and a smart contract is a code that is immutable. Mutable meaning it cannot be changed. LoomX achieved this full decentralization whereby everything is happening automatically without you manually doing anything. So let's try to dig deep into these 2 main products, but I'll basically go a little bit more physical. Let's start with the mix engine. Ladies and gentlemen, the LoomX mix engine, which is LoomNet, is utilizing zero-knowledge proof technology and decentralized routing protocols. When we talk about zero-knowledge proof, we are talking about the ability to give you privacy. The ability to give you privacy. That no matter how much money you want to convert, nobody will be able to track your transactions. But apart from that, LoomX also has this second amazing product that I'll dig deep into today called the AI Quantitative Arbitrage Matrix Engine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is dynamic and it's self-adapting. Self-adapting meaning that it is a living financial matrix. When we say it is a living financial matrix, I have worked with AIs that these AIs don't adapt or change according to market situation. Ladies and gentlemen, the AI we are talking about is a living AI. It is a living financial matrix. Julius, what do you mean by a living financial matrix? Ladies and gentlemen, it analyzes cross-chain data in real time. But as it does it, it keeps on switching to different strategies. And it focuses on making sure that it identifies and it executes depending on what is happening in the market. I was speaking to one friend of mine who was saying, Julius, we have an AI that trades. And this AI doesn't change. You know, these guys have developed an AI that is a living AI that is able to monitor and change strategy according to what is happening in the market. Now, this gives the ability, as why LoomX is saying, it has the power to give you steady returns. Steady returns. And the steady returns are able to happen because it is giving a new technology, and this new technology is a living technology. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. Why? Because for the first time in the 21st century and above, ladies and gentlemen, in this century that is full of technology, Loomcore has an AI dynamic capital allocation pool. This is crazy. And the zero knowledge learning machine will ensure the strategy is applied, will ensure the privacy and the security. And as this happens, there will be real-time analysis in the market, data and on-chain activity, and strategy performance. So, ladies and gentlemen, all these put together with the 6 different arbitrage strategies, from cross-platform arbitrage to triangular arbitrage to cross-chain mixing arbitrage to spot and futures arbitrage to market making arbitrage and then to DeFi arbitrage. This gives LoomX, ladies and gentlemen, the ability to give us significant advantages in speed, to give us significant advantage in precision, and to give us significant adaptability. Ladies and gentlemen, and since it is done by the AI, the decision is done by the AI, the self-development and high performance that is happening because of this technology with all this real-time on-chain data analysis, ensuring that every transaction is supported by extreme massive computation power. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new era compared to the traditional manual risk management and general trading platforms. With this new technology, ladies and gentlemen, you are at the right time and at the right place. But before we go to how you participate, allow me share my back office. So tonight I'll use my token pocket, and I'll dive into the LoomX ecosystem, having given you a preamble. So LoomX gives us their first product called Luminet. And what you see on my screen is the Luminet, the Lightning Network cryptocurrencies, and it is the exchange. This exchange, because it uses zero knowledge proof, it has extremely privacy, and you can be able to convert any cryptocurrency into any cryptocurrency. So let me just dig deep into the exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me show you the cross-chain exchange, a powerful tool that allows me and you convert any cryptocurrency from any chain to any cryptocurrency of a choice. And it is cheap, affordable, and very fast because it has a floating rate on only 0.5. Ladies and gentlemen, Lumex is here to prove to you that any amount of cryptocurrency within between 10 to 60 seconds can be converted. Look here. This guy has converted $2 of Binance Smart Chain USDT into BNB. Look here. This guy has converted 0.029 and it is private. And so many people across the world, look at this guy has converted 9,999. Look at these big transactions. And ladies and gentlemen, Lumex is very profitable. Why? To the company, because the company is able to earn money through its exchange. Look at this one, 909,999 USDC into USDT. Look at this one, ladies and gentlemen. 4,949 USDC into USDT, because it is private, because it is global. Lumex has this power to allow big whales, people who are interested in privacy, to be able to cut out transactions across the world and keep it sustainable because it is fast, between 10 to 60 seconds. So once you have your Lumex, you have the power to also enjoy cryptocurrency exchange across the world. So this is the product number one, and thousands of transactions are happening, and Lumex is only charging them only 0.5%. And anybody across the world could be able to access this product very fast and very reliable. If you are following, you could give me some thumbs up. Let me know that some people are able to follow tonight. If you are following, you are listening, you are adding up on knowledge that you knew before, you could give me some thumbs up. I should be able to know that there are people who are following, there are people who are learning. Tonight is called, ladies and gentlemen. And so to use this cross-chain exchange is very simple. Number one, select any cryptocurrency of your choice that you want to convert. Let me take an example of Bitcoin Cash, meaning that I have some Bitcoin Cash on my wallet and I want to turn them into USDT. Number two, enter a wallet address of your choice where you want that money to go. And once you enter the wallet address of your choice, tap on exchange if you are putting the wallet address, and automatically the exchange will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, without delay, allow me to introduce to you another new evolution in the crypto market space. I'll say this is an evolution because this has already two in one. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, it is called a matrix contract bot. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a mix. Number one, it is using smart contracts to give you steady returns. But this is done by the bot. The bot is the one that will go in the market to buy. The bot is the one that will be able to do all transactions. And everything that I'm going to describe, ladies and gentlemen, is trackable. So let's first go to the bot. Then later I take you back to my slides. Wow, perfect. So right here on our chart, ladies and gentlemen, we can be able to see transactions. And these transactions are happening non-stop, 24 hours, 7 days in a week. And what is happening? Lumex, using its AI, using 6 different strategies of arbitrage, from cross-platform to DeFi arbitrage, future spot arbitrage, which we'll explain in our members training, you can find that Lumex has the power to find opportunities that are happening in the market due to price differences. Due to price differences. And as it is happening, every transaction that is happening on chain, every transaction that is happening, every opportunity that is possible in the market, wherever there is a price difference, let it be on chain, let it be in exchanges and capital management, everything being done by the AI, giving it also zero knowledge proof. Just a minute, guys. Sorry for that. Allow me come back again. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Allow me come back again. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Okay, my screen is still shared. All right. Okay. So you can be able to see that Lumex has this power. Let me just take this example here for our learning purposes. In the example here, today on the 16th of February, I could take a screenshot to give you a clear understanding. Please. Sorry, guys. Very sorry. The guy was over calling. Okay, so let's go back. So I'll take a screenshot to give you a better understanding. Look here, guys. Because, oh my goodness. What's happening? All right, sorry, let me share my screen again. I know why this guy is over calling my phone. I've parked somewhere and I need to get business done. All right, sorry for that, guys. Okay. So look here, guys. Here is an unbelievable move by Lumex. Okay, let's take an example of this transaction here. There was a buy from Drift Protocol of a cryptocurrency called WOD, and there was a sell on Linfinity. One of my friends was asking, why are you sharing names that I have never heard about? And I gave him an exercise. And the exercise was simple, but I'm going to show it with you. So this used $65, made a gross profit of $9 and a net profit of 8 plus gas fees. And here is a hash. Here is a hash. And we can pick up this hash. Okay, so the first one was a buy. So basically it means that I'll pick up the buy by tapping in a hash transaction. And this is Binance Smart Chain Scanner. If you still have the doubt, after picking the hash, copy, because this is the hash transaction, copy the hash transaction. Then go to any browser of your choice, an independent browser. And while here, let us pick the Binance Smart Chain Scanner. Okay, or the Explorer, any of your choice, because you want to explore what has happened on chain. So I pick up and then I bring the hash. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the hash. I copy this hash the other side. And everything is happening with a smart contract. And you see, here is the transaction of the buy, that there was a cryptocurrency called WOD. This is proof of transaction. WOD, ladies and gentlemen. There was a transaction, and the transaction was USDT. And what was bought? WOD. How much? $65. Let's go back to this side. We are still here. This is the transaction, guys. And I want to prove to you the excess, the size, the excess size is here. 65. And this was, I was doing an independent out of their platform. I pick the transaction hash, then I go to the Binance Smart Chain Scanner, and this is the buy of the first order. And if I could still say, is Drift Protocol there in the market? Simple. Simple, guys. Let us just go here. Let us just go here and let us use ChatGPT. And the question is Drift Protocol? Drift Protocol. Okay, is this protocol there? This could give me as an exchange, as an exchange in crypto. Okay, so let's see what ChatGPT is saying. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, look here. Drift Protocol is a real crypto trading platform, but it is not an ordinary centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase. It is a decentralized exchange built on the Solana blockchain, where users can give directly on chain without giving custody of their funds. Ladies and gentlemen, you are missing out. So, Drift Protocol is a decentralized exchange that focuses on trading perpetual futures rather than typical centralized exchanges. Look here, guys. This is Drift Protocol. And what happened? What did the AI do? The AI went ahead and took another run. What is the other run? The other run was a sell. Where was the sell? The sell was in Linfinity. The same token. There is price difference. And it was sold at $75. Ladies and gentlemen, we could check the transaction hash. And the transaction hash is here. So I'll now pick the transaction hash. And the transaction hash is here. Maybe here we went direct. Let us copy this transaction hash and we take it to an independent platform. Here we go. Here we go. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, picking an independent platform. And we are going to paste a transaction hash and we search. Yeah. Are we there? Let me see. Okay. Okay, I still have previous data. Is my data okay? So let me just paste again. Let me confirm my copy. Where did I copy? Where did I copy? La 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 la. Hey. Okay, did I copy well? Okay, this is 95. Yes. Okay. So I search. Beautiful. Here is my transaction on an independent platform. I want to prove before I get excited. Before I get excited, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you confidence. I want to give you confidence that once you are able to go through everything, you'll be able to find out. You'll be able to find out transaction hashes. So the first one is there. You also copy the second one is here. And you can be able to track every trade that will happen. Every trade that will happen. And you see here is the transaction of $75. If you could watch very closely, here is the transaction of the $75, the sell on chain. Ladies and gentlemen, why is this very important? Because in crypto, There are so many things that could be faked, but transaction hashes have usually what we call, for example, let me bring this here again, if I still have it. Transaction hashes are usually different trades that cannot be manipulated. Why? Because they have what we call a timestamp. Okay, they have a timestamp. They convert and give you reality of what happened, and they cannot be faked. Ladies and gentlemen, this gives you confidence that LoomX is not faking data. LoomX is not faking data. And having given you a clue about how LoomX works, how its data is real, let's get into the biggest question that many. How do I get started in this real, non-believable opportunity of our view, both risk averse and long-term sustainability of business? LoomX, ladies and gentlemen, has 5 different ways you could get started. Number 1, you could take a pulsar contract bot for 7 days. The minimum start is $100. The daily return is between 0.3 to 0.6%. You could decide to start with a stellar bot, contract bot for 30 days. Minimum is $100. This could give you 0.6 to 0.9%. But the beauty from the stellar orbit contract bot is that when you reach 15 days, you have the power to redeem half of your capital. 50% anytime. This will take 24 to 48 hours to happen. Then we have the Stellar Vortex contract bot of $100, 90 days. This will pay you 0.9 to 1%. Then you have the Nebula of $180, $100 to start. This also gives you 1.1 to 1.3%. But I usually recommend the Stellar contract bot for 360. And I'll give you my personal reasons. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I want you also to know that this contract, which is a call, will give you 80% of the profit. So once they make the profit, before the LoomX delivers the profit to you as the AI, it has to share it 20% on the profit. So it gives you 80% and it takes 20%. And so from the 1.3, this will give you a maximum of 1.04%. 1.04%. And the 1.404% is what you will get minimum every single day. Minimum every single day. I want to use my account for learning purposes, but before we go to my account, everything has been designed to be automated. Your profits, when they reach $5, they'll be automated to your wallet. So you just connect your wallet of your choice, and automatically you'll be getting your profits every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, redemption mechanism. How do you get your 50%? The redemption process, requests are processed within 24 to 48 hours, and everything is automated. I can show you that. Profits are redistributed in real time by the contract, with 80% allocated to the participant and 20% to the LoomX. So once they promise you 1.3, you will get 1.04 to 1.44% because it is 1.3 to 1.8%. So they are asking you that taking a 10,000 USDT investment for 360 days, ladies and gentlemen, the estimated yield is between 1.3 to 1.8 before they take off their 20%, and the annual yield is between 110% to 520%. Because this is arbitrage, it cannot have fixed amount of money you can earn. Ladies and gentlemen, net returns are substantial. All calculations are based on on-chain data and full transparency. Before I go to what you benefit if you build a team, allow me dive you through the LoomX ecosystem. In this protocol, what is happening? Who is touching my network? Yeah. All right, so I'm in here. So today I finally go to day 22 and allow me go to my order record. This is my order record. And this is my contracts. I have two contracts. Ladies and gentlemen, I started on the 26th of January. And I have a contract of $1,000. That was the first one I started with. Then later, I came in with a contract of $2,000. That basically means my $1,000 contract has so far paid me $228. Remember, no matter how much you start with, within 100 days, you have broken even when you come in with a star contract board. Ladies and gentlemen, LoomX recently introduced two major buttons. Number one, if my 360 days get over, I can allow the bot to reinvest my capital once again. But also, I can also allow the bot to reinvest my profits. So whenever the bot makes my profits, it adds my profits to my capital, hence giving me more money every single day. I want to share with you. I have read books, but the compounding effect is one of the seven wonders of this world. Ladies and gentlemen, when you switch on this button, it means that you are saying, but when you make my profits, please, instead of you sending my profits to my wallet, reinvest my profits. On the 5th of this month, after the event in Bangkok, this was initiated. And since 5th, today is 16th, 11 days down the line, ladies and gentlemen, over $243 have been added to my wallet. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. This is giving me the power to dream again. Let me give you an example. When we use the compounding calculator, let me join with my compounding calculator very fast. Just a minute. 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 Okay. Just let me join with my other device. All right. So let me share my screen. This is unbelievable. Okay. When I was listening to Mr. Steven, the CEO of LoomX today, those of you who missed that Zoom, it was very amazing. I was listening to him, and he really painted the vision of LoomX. And in his words, he said that, you see, in Web3, the CEOs of this business don't appear. Let me just show you here on my TikTok. This was crazy. Thank you so much. From what you say, you look very excited, very happy for you. And then I'll see you in Dubai. See you Dubai. See you Dubai. All right. Thank you for two of the positive spirit. When I listened to the founder of LoomX today, and he crystally painted the vision of LoomX in my ears, he confirmed the presence of my dream. That if anybody across the globe could just start with a minimum of $1,000, and every day you get 1.040%, you can make your dreams come possible as an investor. Because for the next 360 days with the compounding effect, after the 360 days, you will have your $40,458. And where is this money coming from? It is not a promise. As long as cryptocurrencies are available, as long as exchanges are available. And you know very well in May, LoomX will be launching their own decentralized exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a dream that is going to come to pass. And as long as you, for the next 360 days, you are compounding your money. I love my daughter's approach. She said, on the 21st of January 2027, she will claim her $40,000, eat off 10,000 back, and return her $30,000 back in the business. And at an age of 3 years, getting to 4 years, at an age of 3 years, getting to 4 years, using her investment of $1,000 and believing in the power of the compounding effect, this could give her $1.2 million. And the other day I was speaking to one of my friends who said, Julius, me, I'm scared of too much money. I told him, look here, bro. Here in Africa, just get your $1,000. Do it until this run very fast. Okay, this is an ad, guys. Okay, just do this for the next 223 days as just an investor. And 223 days, these are 7 months. These are 7 months. I was telling my friend who was scared, just get your $1,000, run for 7 months. LoomX will officially launch in May. So 7 months, this means that your $1,000 will be $10,000. What do you do, Julius? Simple. Every day, you'll get 1.04%, which makes it $104 every single day. And I told him, get this one $4. Let me take you to a calculator. 104, go for 30 days. That is $3,120. Repeat this for only 3 months. And my brother, my friend, he has a dream. He has a dream. This will give you $9,360. And in Uganda, in these 3 months, times 350, this will be 32 million in the last 3 months of the year. You have your $10,000 still generating you more money. If you're not a big dreamer like my daughter who wants to turn it to $40,000 and then later to $1 million, this remains your choice. But what about someone who's on the call today and you are a big dreamer? You love sharing. You are like me. When you meet a good opportunity, you want to ride with it. When you meet a good opportunity, you want to shine with it. When I was listening to Mr. Steven, the founder and the CEO of LoomX, saying today that I will do my best. I have never seen Web3 decentralized protocols, the founders coming on Zoom, opening their cameras, putting their face out, telling me, Julius, I will see you in Dubai. This was crazy. And he said, I will make sure, do my best to make LoomX a lifetime opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, what about someone who wants to ride with this opportunity? LoomX is here to give you unbelievable benefits. Unbelievable benefits. LoomX is giving you 8 ranks from V1 to V8. The highest rank in 5 days from now, LoomX will be making 4 months. And the highest rank is V7 by my super upline, David. We love you so much, sir. Our super upline. And it is simple to rank up because LoomX is saying for you to become a V1, you only need $100. Only $100. And once you have $100, simple, let your small area performance hit $20,000. Only $20,000. And a friend of mine was telling me, this is hard. Let me show you. This is simple, very doable. Why? Look here. This is you. You introduce someone, and in their team they have $40,000. Sorry, $4,000. Then you introduce other friends. You introduce other friends, and each of these other friends of yours, they hit $3,000. So 3,000 times 7, that is 21,000. And with your 20,000, because it's coming from others that have 3,000, and this one has 4,000 men, you are V1. What happens when you are V1? You start earning how much? 10%. 10% on what? On the profit made by the whole team. And you don't earn on one product, you earn both on Lumnet when they exchange any cryptocurrency to another cryptocurrency. You also earn on Lumcore when the arbitrage trading bot trades for them. This is crazy. And when I was on a V1 making $50 to $150 every single day, that's the crazy opportunity. And I'm going to show you my results. Then I was told, Julius, increase your stake to $500. And when you increase your stake to $500, what do you benefit? You don't stop here. Once your weak line gets to $50,000, you start earning 20%. 20% on what? When people convert tokens in the Lumnet from one coin to another coin, you earn 20%. Not only that, when the AI quantitative bot trades for them, so earn 90%. And on V2, ladies and gentlemen, it is crazy. Let me show you my personal results. I don't want to talk about the big results I see people talk. Let me just get to my, we have, okay. So let me just start it off again. Oh, why is my screen static this side? What's happening? Am I still online? Just a minute, guys. Let me stop sharing again. All right. So let me get to my Lumex. My network is good. All right. So let me just go here. Then I go to community. This is crazy. Look here, guys. The day of LoomX ends at the day of LoomX ends at 3 a.m. and I've already made $265 so far. So what I'm trying to share is not something that was told to me by a friend. What I'm trying to share is my personal experience. That if you decide to get out of your comfort zone, LoomX, and the beauty is, whenever this profit is made, it's directly switched to the wallet of your choice. And look here, guys, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. Already $295 already in here. I think I had some remaining dollars today that I had not taken away. But what you're going to see that repeatedly, when people are paid, you get paid in real time. And today is 5th. Today is 16th. Let's see. Whatever I show you is 16th. Whatever I'm going to show you is 16th. This is not gambling. This is not words told to me by a friend. This is personal experience. Let's start with 16th. Okay, I'll take 16th. Look here. 16 starts up here. So this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, this is 40, this is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And when I reached midday, around there 9 a.m., I withdrew $1,425. My fellow Uganda, that's 5 million. And then started off again. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. Another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 65. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can have a business that could pay you over $265 into your wallet without you pressing anywhere, this happens automatically and it is done by a smart contract. And what happens? Let's get back to Lumex. This is an opportunity of our time. An opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Look here, let me go back to Lumex and let's go to order record. No, revenue record. It has two areas. Imagine today is day 20, 22 days in the business, and the business has paid me over $4,012. What I'm sharing, these are not words. This is trying to show you how powerful this opportunity is. That everybody who has oxygen, everybody who believes in themselves, only 22 days down the line, and the business has already paid $4,012. And whenever it hits $5, ladies and gentlemen, it is automatically sent to a wallet of your own choice. You don't even do anything. Here is the revenue address. It's you who comes on the revenue address, tap on the plus sign, add a wallet of your choice. Add a wallet of your choice. You could connect Binance, you could connect any wallet of your choice, and automatically your money will flow repeatedly in this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, different people have taken ranks across the globe. Let me try to share with you. Different people. So the ranks are here. I may not finish everything, but Lumex, where are you, my brother Lumex? Doesn't mean. Okay. Let's just look at different ranks. Because, yes, obviously, I have person already ranked up, but I want to take you through different ranks because every day, ladies and gentlemen, people are ranking up across the globe. Every single day, people are ranking up across the globe. People are taking the power because once you get to V1, you are making $50 to $100 every single day. People are ranking up. People are ranking up. People are taking ranks. People are positioning themselves in the future. Okay? People are ranking up. People are positioning. Once you get to, I have looked at this guy called Asif. Let me show you. Let me just get you on testimonies very fast. Let me just get you on testimonies. Look here. This guy, who is an S4, he makes almost $4,000. $4,000 on a daily basis. This is insane. What I have made in 22 days, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, because he has a higher rank, and to become a V4 is very easy. You just need $500,000 on your weak leg. And bingo, you start pocketing close to $4,000 on a daily basis. And this is his team. His team has grown to over $3 million. And you see, every single day, 307,000 every single day. Look at this guy. He's on V6 or upline, who became a V7 yesterday. He's making close to $10,000 to $15,000 on a daily basis. Look here, guys. This is crazy. Look here. This business, the last time I read his account was $56,000. But look here. By the time this was shared, this business is not yet 4 months on the road. This guy has made close to $385,000. And the question is, what is your dream? Because what we are sharing is what people are experiencing. Look here at what Queen Wiki is trying to say from US. He's saying the wallet dropped, feeling like a rainy day. Why? Because every single minute that happens, money is flowing to her own account. This is crazy. People are having testimonies across the world because of the power of LoomX. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, what is your dream? Because as long as you are dealing with the right opportunity, you have the power to achieve your goals, dreams, and ambitions. I don't want to exceed here, ladies and gentlemen. It has already been a long day with so many calls and Zoom calls here and there. I want to thank you for reaching out tonight to look at LoomX, the power of LoomX, the ability that sits in this opportunity to change our lives. I want to request you to return back to the person who invited you on this call and make an informed decision to get started, and let's ride together with this opportunity. I love you all. See you into our members training tomorrow, where we dig deep into the details of the opportunity and give you the chance and the ability to experience and roundabout into your app. I love you all. My name remains with Coach Julius, all the way from Uganda, here in the Masaka city, which is the city of cryptocurrency. God bless you. Love you all, and good night.